This is Season 6 of the Team Roping Journals podcast, The Score. With over 2 million downloads, this is where team ropers talk.
Today's episode is presented by Fastback Ropes. Check out fastbackropes.com to order and find out more. Hey everyone, it's Chelsea Schaefer. Welcome to The Score. Today is a 4th of July wrap-up episode with the high money winners of Cowboy Christmas, Dustin, Egusquiza and Levi, Lord. They won $25,263 between Greeley and Basin City. In that time period between the opening and closing of those rodeos. That means they placed at Prescott, they placed at Oakley, St. Paul, they won Livingston, they won Mandan, and they won Basin City. So they had a really, really great 4th. But they still only finished about $800 ahead of Tanner Tomlinson and Patrick Smith. So we'll have Tanner and Patrick on next week's episode of The Score to give you kind of their summer rundown. So Tanner and Patrick, they won the second most amount. They won $24,422. And Dawson Graham and Dylan Graham, the Canadian brothers, they won $20,387. So pretty good little hits for all of these guys. We have all the Cowboy Christmas wrap-up on teamropingjournal.com. And I will let you listen first to Dustin Egusquiza.
I didn't know I was slippery, jeez.
I know you are. You're just quieter, that's all. Levi's like so easy to get a hold of. You're not bad, really. Anyways, I'm sorry about your horse. Is he on the mend? Your own?
Yeah, I think he's going to be all right.
Are you going to have him back for Cheyenne? Do you ride him at Cheyenne? No.
Yeah, I have in the past a lot. I don't know what I'll ride this year yet. The slack's on the 16th, so I definitely won't ride him. That first round, but kind of my goal was Salinas, maybe get him back on about the 17th, maybe the day after Cheyenne, and exercise him a few days and maybe take him to Salinas if everything goes well.
I gotcha. Do you want to talk about how he got sick or anything, or do you want to skip that altogether?
Basically, his opinion was just the hauling aspect, which we didn't really haul any more than anybody else does, like especially over the 4th or something like that. But we left the house and it was an 18-hour drive. He was healthy. I rode him at Woodward, and it was 18 hours over there to Eagle. And when I got to Eagle, Idaho, I noticed he coughed and didn't think much about it. And a couple of days later, he still had a slight cough. So I started him on SMZs for about a week, and it never did go away. Finally got him to a vet in Reno, and she said that just sometimes the change in humidity to dry weather, stuff like that, and not being able to get their head down, being in the trailer a lot, just causes I don't really know how it gets down their airway, but it makes an infection in their lungs, turns into pneumonia. I didn't know how serious it was, but it's a very serious thing.
I don't know why I remember this, but 10 years ago or something, one of Brittany Posey's barrel horses that happened to in the trailer, I just remember we did an article about it, and it was something like that there, they had inhaled the hay particles from being in the trailer with their nose in their hay for however long that it can cause pneumonia and be real terrible. So anyway, that sucks. But he'll be back, so that's not a big deal. So
glad we caught it.
Yeah,
we caught it fast enough, so it wasn't too big a deal.
And why did you pick Nelson's horse to get on at Prescott?
I knew he wouldn't tell me no, and I've rode him before, and he's rode my horses. We've been friends for a long time, so I know that he was my first call just because I was pretty sure he'd let me on, and I like that horse a lot. He's really easy, especially for that setup. I knew that he'd be really easy to just go catch the steer on. He's got a good move and face is good. I like that horse a lot. It's good to have close friends with nice horses.
Yeah, absolutely. What other horses did you have then? Everywhere, scattered about the country.
Cajun, that one you sent me the picture of at Cheyenne last year, the big brown.
Yes.
That was about his last rodeo last year. He tore both stifles last year and just got him back now. So he's got his first rodeo back with Sisters a couple of weeks ago or whenever that was. And he's been getting it pretty hard now. I think I rode him 8 rodeos or something like that, and he's been doing amazing. He feels awesome.
What was his rehab like for tearing 2 stifles?
Oh, so long.
Yeah, what did he do?
It was a year.
Yeah. So what did you have to do? Were you icing? Were you just cold hosing? Were you PMFing? What was happening?
He spent a lot of time at the vet there at Signature Equine. They did a great job with him.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time he was there just getting rehabbed. I think the only thing as far as treatment as they did is they might have went in there and like cauterized the tear a little bit.
Yeah.
They injected it with some steroids.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So you and Corey had a really good 4th of July before, didn't you? Is that true?
Yeah. I think I won high 20s with Corey in 2018, and then maybe 30 with Travis in 20.
Oh yeah.
20. It wasn't 22. It was 21, I guess.
You've had.
I think we set the record, and then Driggers and beat us the next year.
Gosh, I forgot. Sorry, I didn't mean to forget all about that. What does the 4th of July do for your roping? I mean, it's not just the one headers. You've done well at not just the one headers, correct? Over in years past.
Yeah, I've done good at St. Paul a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I think we won 8,000 there last year. I should have won a crap ton this year. I waved it off the second one.
Oh.
Placed on the first one.
Gotcha.
That's kind of what I told Levi starting the week. That was my goal. I wanted to get over 35. I wanted to get the record back. Man, we started good at Prescott and Oakley, and then I waved it off the second one at St. Paul to be looking really, really good.
Yeah.
We would have dang near had 21 after the first 3.
Yeah. And now you guys chose not to go to Canada, and I talked to Levi about that. But why? Have you ever done the Canadian route during the 4th of July, like Ponoka and Airdrie and Wainwright and all those rodeos?
Oh, I've actually never been to Canada. This will be my first trip across the line.
Oh, man. Wow. Any reason for that? Just never had the try to, or never needed to, or?
You know, I don't do very much entering. I've only entered one rodeo in my life. I don't even really know how to do it. It seemed like everybody that I've ever roped with, like starting with Clint Summers and then Dog,
mm-hmm.
and then Jake, and then Travis, nobody ever really wanted to even go up there. So
mm-hmm.
Kind of seems like it'd be good setups, but I don't know. It's just I've never even really entertained the thought of going up there.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we entered Calgary, but that whole COVID deal, it was kind of hard to.
Yeah.
It was kind of hard to get your COVID thing, and I didn't want to mess with it, so we just turned out.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. So this year, what did you and Levi, how was your practice sessions before you left? What did you guys practice before leaving? Or was there any specific focus?
Not really. I mean, we kind of go about it a little bit differently. We don't have just, or especially me, I don't really have the horses to just run 40 steers a day. You know, I have Mohawk and Cajun, and he was getting back from his stifles deal, so I would run 2 or 3 steers a day on him. And Mohawk, he's not good to practice on. He's better if you just score some and steer stop some and just compete on him.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I keep a practice horse around there, but other than that, we make 20 runs a day maximum, I'd say, probably, and just try to keep everything sharp and make a bunch of different kind of runs in the practice session, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And Levi says there's no plans to lighten up as far as the rodeo plan goes. Who was he the one? He said you guys have like your 75 rodeos pretty much picked out for the year, but you said you don't do any entering. So was that Levi has his 75 rodeos picked out for the year and you're going along with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he pretty much makes the plan, and then like if I have somewhere that I don't really want to go, then we'll talk about it, and we'll either go or not go, just kind of weigh the options. But usually he's just making the plan, and I'm following along.
Gotcha.
I'm all about the easiest travel, so
yeah,
I kind of try to plan that out a little bit in my head, but usually he comes up with everything.
Yeah.
We have to do a little bit more flying than I like to do. I don't like flying, but this year, but man, we had it really easy. We didn't even drive. Our 4th of July, we never drove a mile until after St. Paul.
Really?
Yeah, we flew everywhere.
Now, you don't like flying. Do you just not like flying because you don't have your stuff with you, or do you not like flying because you're scared of flying?
Yeah, scared of flying. Had a couple bad experiences.
That's like
but I do that. I mean, I don't like doing it.
That must be a common team roper thing. It never occurred to me that was a thing until last week when I dropped Luke and Hunter off at the airport. And Hunter, I thought, was going to he was so nervous. He made me nervous driving to the airport because he was so nervous getting on the way there to get on the plane. So, guys.
Yeah, I can do okay as long as they don't start bucking or something like that. When they start bucking, I am ready to get off of this plane, and I'm never doing it again.
Well, now we know what rodeos you're going to go to. What is the plan for the rest of the year? What's the goal for the season? How important is it to go in number one?
Yeah, the main objective for everyone is to go in number one, especially that's what we talk about. We want to go in number one. We want to win as much as we can, have a lead coming into the NFR. So we're not going to skip any rodeos or anything like that, make the trail easier. We're still going to go to 75 and try to give ourselves the best chance to go in number one as we can, have the best chance at the gold buckle.
Perfect. Did you eat anywhere absolutely bomb over the 4th of July? Anything so good that tell me, what was the best food, or was it all gas station food?
I have not ate a normal meal since, I don't know, Prineville maybe. I ate a good meal in Prineville. That's before the 4th.
Oh no, that sucks.
Just had Carl's Jr. a second ago.
Yum. That sounds delightful. What is the go-to food in the truck? What's the secret sauce as far as the traveling food for you guys?
I don't know. We keep sunflower seeds around. A lot of Celsius, a lot of sunflower seeds.
Yes. That's also what it's like to work at a desk.
Try to eat as healthy as you can. It just seems impossible this time of year.
Yeah, for sure.
I had a carrot. I've never seen it at a gas station. It was like a thing with carrots and broccoli, and it came with a thing of ranch. I had that at about 2:00 in the morning last night. That was kind of good.
Yeah, that's your fiber and lots of nutrients in there. That's good.
Yeah, but then I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich also.
I mean, there's protein in peanut butter and healthy fat, and jelly has fruit with the sugar, so you can justify anything.
I was looking for anything to keep me awake last night.
Oh man, what do you do when you need to stay? What's your other than peanut butter and jelly and broccoli and carrots? What else what do you watch, or you're not watching anything driving down the road. We will make a disclaimer. Nobody endorses that, but what do you listen to? Do you roll down the windows? What's the staying awake secret?
Yeah, sometimes we just definitely got the old Cowboy channel on, watching the old NFR playbacks, stuff like that.
Yeah. Very good. Well, next time, do you have your roping.com login so you can watch the mega matches? We watched
the mega matches already.
You did? Good. That makes me feel good. Glad we could be of service. All right. Well, I will let you go. Thank you. I'm sorry to be a pain in your butt. I appreciate it so much, Dustin.
No, that sounds good. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
We're going to take a break between this interview between Dustin and Levi to talk about our sponsors at Fastback Ropes. Fastback Ropes was created in 1995 with a single mission in mind: to build the best rope on the market. That will always be Fastback's number one goal. They believe it's important to focus on building the best product possible and to treat customers with all of the respect that they deserve. For close to 30 years, Fastback Ropes has been developing the best-selling ropes by listening to their customers. Fastback offers a variety of ropes with a size, weight, and style to fit every team roper. Fastback's most recently released rope, the Cure, is the first and only team rope built with a poly core. For every Cure sold, $1 is donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. You can find more information and order at fastbackropes.com.
We can't say when we're recording this right now that is like 12 hours probably before we know who the top money team is. At least like 5 hours until Tanner and Patrick rope.
Yep.
So we're not going to say that you're the high money team yet, but we can say that you had a really good 4th of July.
Yep.
Yep. What went into a really good 4th of July for you?
Oh, it started out pretty good for us. We flew to Prescott and got on a couple nice horses. Nelson and Hawk led us on their horses down there. We didn't really love the horses we had that way for that setup, so we just decided to fly down there and get on their horses, and got 2 caught down there to kind of break the ice for the week, and then flew to Oakley the next morning on our own horses and made a really good run over there. So it was nice to just get off to a good start, kind of get some money under your belt, and then we had a little bit of a slow middle of the week, and then at the end of the week it really picked up. We won Mandan, won Livingston, and then winning Basin City with 10 teams to go. But man, it's been an awesome week all around.
Yeah, it's been an interesting week as far as the rodeos go. Were you? I mean, this is a silly question for you two, but were you trying to win first at Mandan? Were you trying to win first everywhere you went, or were you just trying to get them caught? What was happening?
Obviously, definitely trying to win first at all the one-headers. At Prescott, we were maybe trying to just get a couple down to where we weren't riding our own horses, and just wanted to, especially after we caught the first one, we just wanted to make sure we caught the second one and place an average. But yeah, everywhere we went that it was a fast rodeo, obviously roping with Dustin and kind of the style that we have, we were definitely trying to win first.
Yeah, it looks like it in the pictures. Did you have your bay horse everywhere? Is that, I mean, obviously not in Prescott. You rode Chase's horse in Prescott, but
yeah, rode Chase's horse down there. We had both rigs going. I had Polly and Birdie. I rode Birdie at Oakley, Mandan, and Livingston, and then rode Polly at St. Paul and Basin City. So won a little bit of money on both horses, and they were both really good. Never really messed up. So it was nice to have them both.
Yeah. Did you feel like you were on a heater? Like mentally, were you just kind of rolling along and it was easy and it was fun, or was there a struggle at any point?
No, we weren't really struggling ever. It didn't seem like it. Like I said, getting off to a good start to where we knew we were probably going to win somewhere around 10,000 at those first 2 rodeos was pretty nice for us mentally. And then we could just go to the one-headers and try to be aggressive. And then once we started making a couple good runs, it just seemed like Mandan, Livingston, and now this one this morning just all fell into place pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm not looking at your bio in the PRCA's website or anything like that as I'm asking you this, but have you ever had this much won at this point of the season?
No, I don't think so. I think it was the best winter I've ever had, and then definitely the best 4th I've ever had. So pretty good feeling to have that much this early.
Yeah. So is that going to change the way you guys enter the rest of the rodeos, or are you just kind of gung-ho for the rest of the year?
I don't think it'll change much. I kind of planned it out far enough in advance to where we kind of know where we're going the whole year, to where we can only count 75 rodeos. So we kind of know where we're going anyways. So we're just gonna kind of stick to what we have planned out and just win as much as we can.
How many hours did you get to sleep every night? Were you was it terrible, or did you get some sleep?
It wasn't too bad. We got entered pretty good. Got traded around, got entered how we wanted to. So we had a couple all-night drives, but I'm sure some other guys had it worse than we did. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It was pretty easy travel. The horses all stayed good. So it was a good week.
Yeah, absolutely. You said this was a goal, being high money. I mean, obviously everybody goes into the 4th of July thinking they're going to be the high money team, but like you guys were very intentional about wanting to be the high money team. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it's just kind of a fun deal. Everybody kind of follows what you guys put out. And obviously you want to be the high money because it on paper, it obviously means you won the most. But
Sure.
It's just fun to follow along and kind of get your name in the coverage and be in the mix. So it's fun to keep track of how everybody else is doing and see if you can be up there towards the top.
Did you guys go to Canada at all?
We didn't go. We're going to Calgary next week, but we didn't go to Pinocchio or anything.
How come?
Oh, I don't know. Probably would rather go to just a normal setup for what we got going on.
Sure, that makes sense.
Instead of a lane and had to buy your card and just logistically to where the short round is on the 2nd of July, kind of a bad day, like because you enter so many rodeos this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So we just decided to skip it, but we're going to go to Calgary and try that one. But other than that, we'll be in the United States.
Good. Thanks, Levi.
Thank you so much for listening today, everyone. Remember, you can get your Fastback Cure rope that donates $1 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital with every single purchase. You can get that at fastbackropes.com.